Hi, my name is Chris Schaffer, and I will be walking you through my homework 1 assignment. The first part of the assignment was to edit the evaluate function here in the network script. So the evaluate function here outputs several different statistics, such as the number correct, accuracy, mean squared error, cross entropy, and log likelihood. It will return all these stats to whatever calls it, which, as we move along and see, is the SGD function. The SGD function here was edited so that it calls the evaluate uh, method for the training and test data. So here's the training data. Those stats are put into a list. Here's the test list that gets initialized. If there is test data, the evaluate function is called, and those stats are captured here. Regardless if there is test data, this empty or the test stats list, which is initially empty, will be appended to a final result that is returned from the SGD function. A break flag was put in early here. If 100% accuracy is achieved from the training evaluation. So a flag is set up here, which will prematurely break this for loop once we get down here. Either way, the results are returned to whatever calls it, or whatever calls SGD. The third step of part 1 was to edit the back propagation function here so that we're not always appending to an activation list. I got around that by creating a method for the class called activations, similar to self.weights and self.biases. Um, and this is initialized from the very get-go. However, here we see that the first layer is initialized to X, the input, and the activations get updated here in this original loop. I'll go ahead and unsuppress this so that we can see some output when we run the script. So all of these are the printed out activations, which once suppressed makes this a lot less difficult to navigate. Okay, sorry about that. So here are the relevant activations that we're looking for. They match what is shown here in the assignment. Unfortunately, the MSE, cross entropy, and a few of these other statistics, I was unable to match what is shown here, and I do not fully understand why, but I will be honest about it. So let me go ahead before we move on. I will suppress the printed statements so we can actually appreciate the rest of the outputs here. Okay, so here also I should point out that we see the printouts for the training and test results if the evaluate function was given those. So we see down here, for example, in the experimentation portion, no testing data was given, so nothing is printed regarding it. However, the list of lists is still passed for it. Uh, so this part 2 of 2, the purpose of it was to perform an early exit and just make sure that our code can. We already see that it did up here for the first problem. However, as we call the script again and again, we see that regardless, eventually this second set of data will achieve 100% accuracy and the code will exit the routine. So the experimentation then is covered a bit more here in the Word document associated with this assignment. You can see the results here in these tables, and I also do talk about it a little more in depth than I will right now. Just wanted to give you an overview of everything I was doing here. I've included backups of the scripts here in the document itself, and I will submit them as well. Uh, Let me know if you have any questions and reach out to me. If not, thank you for your time.